everybody, this is Coach Kat, one of the Healthy Runner coaches. So you want to know about treadmills? Well, this is going to be your introduction to treadmills, everything you may need to know if you're just starting out. So a couple of things you need to know. One, every treadmill is different, but they all have two of the same things, a speed and incline button. Those are going to be your friends. Home treadmills usually have an incline of 12. Professional or commercials usually have up to 15 incline, but you probably, if you're just starting out, will not need to concern too much with that height. Speed is going to be relative. Right now, just to give you an example, I'm at an easy walk speed, but one thing you need to know before we even go on is speed is very different on a treadmill than it is on the road. So I suggest you don't worry about your pace. Just go always on your rate of perceived exertion and just play with it. Have fun with it. Don't just get on a treadmill and start running. You know, get on the treadmill, adjust the speed, adjust the incline. You could pick whether you want to do every 30 seconds, every 5 minutes, or distance, but have fun with it. You also want to treat the treadmill like you would treat any other run. So that means wear what you would wear on an outside run. Wear the same shoes, wear the same clothes, wear a hydration vest if you need to, wear your hydration belt. Anything that you think you need, you should wear. Have your fuel and your water ready with you. Have it nearby. You know, you can always stop to take a sip, but treat it like an outdoor run. And make sure, one of my pet peeves when I see people is they just get on the treadmill and they don't warm up. So you want to make sure you warm up, whether that is a walk or a slight jog. You do your dynamic warm up, that's in the Healthy Runner Strength Program. Highly suggest you do that even before an outdoor run. But for treadmill, that's very important. So the treadmill can be a very versatile tool in your training program. If the weather doesn't allow you to go outside, you could always check with any coach. You know, they will talk to you about that, but don't be afraid to get on the treadmill and experiment. You know, start slow. If you're uncomfortable, you know, you're really worried, then just start at a walk pace and slowly bring your pace up till you're at a comfortable run pace for you. Again, you don't need anything special for a treadmill. You don't need special shoes. You know, sometimes I get asked a lot, what kind of shoes should I wear? Wear the same shoes you're going to use outside. You know, you don't need to do anything other than know that. Other questions I get a lot of times are, should I fuel? Yes, fuel, treat it just like an outdoor run. Anything you can think of that you would do outside, you're going to want to do on the treadmill. So again, you have two buttons, speed and incline. Those are going to be your friends. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, but there's always an emergency button. It's a red button. It's a magnetic button to it. If this thing, you pull it, it will automatically stop the treadmill instantly. So be aware, if you pull it by accident and your treadmill just stops, all you have to do is put it back on. And we could always experiment, but we're not going to just yet, just in case. But it is this red button right here. Sometimes it's up here. You could clip it on, and it's made so that if you fall off the treadmill, it will automatically stop. For the record, I have never fallen off the treadmill, and the only time I've seen somebody at the gym fall off a treadmill is because they were texting on their phone. And unless you've been experienced with texting on phone while running, I don't recommend it, but don't try it. So don't be alarmed if you see this big red button. Stay away from it, but if it does happen to go off, all you do is put it right back on. It's magnetic, and it should start up. Some treadmills have fan options. Use those if you get hot. Some treadmills have screen options. You can use a screen. Some treadmills don't, and they're just very basic. It doesn't matter what version you have. Some treadmills have declines. Some have really high inclines. Again, it doesn't matter. Get on the treadmill and just get going. And that's probably all you really need to know. You don't want to overcomplicate a treadmill. It doesn't need to be complicated. You know, and of course, if anyone ever has questions, Coach Kat is the treadmill person. I teach a treadmill class. I've been doing it for over 5 years now. So I have a little experience with treadmills. But having said that, make sure you get your runs outside as well if you are training for a race. Because no matter how much you may like your treadmill, it is very different road running than outside. And again, try not to compare your pace. You will probably be faster outside than you will inside on the treadmill. It's just the nature of the calibration. So always go by rate of perceived exertion. Go by the distance. How could I forget? A lot of you guys love your Garmin's. Not going to work on a treadmill. Very rarely, even the treadmill function on the Garmin is not as accurate as what you're running on the treadmill. So if you're going for time or distance, use the treadmill functions or the treadmill metrics. And for speed, use your rate of perceived exertion. Whether that is an interval or whether that is an easy run, a fartlek, a speed workout, our coaching plan always has RPEs. That's that number that most of you probably just like gloss over. Don't gloss over it. If you are using a treadmill, use the RPEs rather than a specific pace. That's pretty much all I think that you need to know for basic treadmill 101.